This is Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. It's a story of how a pig named Wilbur avoids getting sent to the slaughterhouse with the help of a spider named Charlotte. By making a bunch of phrases and words out of webbing, Wilbur is ultimately able to stay alive, but it comes at the cost of Charlotte, who dies at the end of the book. It's common elementary school reading, possibly one of the most iconic pieces of Americana literature. Got turned into a cartoon, got turned into a movie, got a direct-to-video sequel, and is a cannabis producer. That's not really related, I just thought it was funny. Hola amigos, this is a little prologue for a larger project I'm working on, which will come out eventually. But I want to talk about something that was a little bit of a rediscovery for me as I was working on this project. So, let me set the scene. Imagine you're playing a Minecraft mod pack with someone. Turns out there's this little feature in one of the mods that, if performed correctly and in a specific way, can teleport a player from anywhere in the world to a specific location down to the exact block and height forcefully, and maybe a little bit against their will. Sounds cool, right? But also sounds a little dangerous. I wanted to illustrate this point. So to do so, I requested my good friend and nightmare demon, Mutant Creeper, to assist in illustrating the dangers of what could happen if something like this occurred and someone was acting in completely malicious intent. Okay, that sounds lamer than I hoped it would. I've made jokes in the past about the Mutant Creeper and how I did not like it growing up as a kid. And I still stand by that. I think this thing deserves to get shot by a firing squad. But as a joke and as a bit of a cameo, I think for the first time ever installed this mod and filmed a bit with it. I made a little dungeon, did some redstone. It was nice. I think it came out fantastic actually. It wasn't anything too extreme. Like, it was reasonable, it looks terrifying in the moment, but it didn't feel like overkill either. I think it was a good balance. Anyways, now that I got the bit I wanted, I probably should uninstall the mod just to clean things up and keep things organized. I did not do that, and left this file in my mods folder for probably a couple months. So, fast forward a bit, at some point, I need to fire up a super flat world because I need to find a specific structure. Now, you've seen I've done this countless times, there shouldn't be any problems here. They won't stop. Why isn't peaceful making them go away? Why do they exist? Why is there so many? It's friendly. That's friendly? Incomplete? Yeah, incomplete my own well-being. It looks like it's in pain. Why are there so many of them? Is it eggs? Like is it a spider egg? Why is it so big? This is like something the high evolutionary would put together. This is cooked. Peter Porker, twice removed cousin. Okay, I'll stop. Let's break it down. This is the spider pig, aka incomplete. I'm 85% sure that's a placeholder name, but I'm gonna keep on saying it because it sounds cool. This is a neutral mob that is a very rare find outside the super flats. It's one of the 6 main mobs added by Mutant Creatures, which was first published back in 2012. Which, fun fact by the way, the person who put this together, the Hippo Master 21, is the same person that put together the animated player pack. You know this walk cycle? Same person who made the mutant zombie. Kinda crazy, right? What's even more strange about the spider pig is that it kinda falls outside of all the other parts of the mob, but it's also kinda loosely connected. It's really weird. Chemical X, I think a direct reference to the Powerpuff Girls, is what is needed to transform an ordinary mob into its mutant counterpart. When you throw the potion, it has a 50-50 chance of either killing the mob in a damageless explosion, or, and as you all probably can guess, turning into a Souls boss. And real quick, I forgot how complicated these fights were, mainly because I don't think I've ever fought them before, but hey, I watched a mob battle video or two, I know this, I'm an expert. I don't remember the mutant Enderman being an assault on the senses alongside him throwing a bunch of stuff at you. I don't remember the mutant zombie giving you the first-hand experience of what it's like to be a volleyball. And since I'm complimenting things right now, I like how when you defeat the mutant skeleton, it shatters into a bunch of pieces and you can collect its skull. And this, Hi, it's me from the editing space right now. I just want to make a quick note of how... Look at how it charges. Look how big it is. Look at the 3 blocks. Look at this. This is disgusting. And the snow golem's cool. Chucks pieces of ice at people. It's nice. But as I was saying, the spider pig kinda sits out from everything else. You can almost see like the difference in design philosophy, right? Like the whole idea is to jack the thing up, double down on a mechanic or two, add your own, and there you go. This thing doesn't follow that. At least in this version of the mod, Chemical X doesn't work. You gotta fight it out in the wild naturally. Real talk, I didn't even compute like this was from the same thing the Mutant Creeper was part of. I thought it was like an addition from a bomb mod or something, cause like, this is not the same mutations as that. This is mutations in terms of like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is like, mutation as like this was a mistake in the science lab. Spider Pig is most akin to an untamed wolf. It's a neutral mob that won't do anything unless you attack it. If you do attack it will also trigger the attention of other spider pigs. When they are in attack mode, they do a pretty unique thing. Once they get into a certain range of the player, they will do a charge attack, leaping towards the player and always guaranteeing a hit. While they do this, there's a high chance it will leave a cobweb where the hit connected. That cobweb is dangerous because it kinda locks you in place, which allows the spider pigs to get more hits on you and also ends up putting you in more cobwebs. If the spider pig perishes, any cobwebs created will also disappear, which is a nice quality of life thing, I won't lie. Problem low. This thing is a walking epidemic. Patient 0. If this thing sees either a spider or pig, it will attack it and transform it into a spider pig. This is a quick kill, and it only gets worse when there's more of them. Rest in pork to this guy, he just got jumped. Hypothetically speaking, if you were somehow able to, well, I don't know, lure one of these things into a mine shaft or a spider spawner. It's my favorite type of prank to pull on the Minecraft server, bioterrorism. It's actually surprisingly violent. So, basic idea, don't touch this thing if you find it. Better yet, quarantine it like the monster it is, and we're peachy. But what if I told you there was a way to tame it, and it involves our favorite lady? God damn it. You got this. Don't let that hollowed out plant win. Okay, let's do this. The mutant creeper is a not that difficult fight, all things considered. Whatever, it always excels in the psychological warfare department for me. Occasionally it creates little creeper minions for itself. While there's something we can really do with it now, they will be important for later. In the meantime, we gotta be aware of this thing's atomic body drop. Also, it can jump really high, don't underestimate it. Once we kill this thing, it will be annoying and try to suck you in for its final detonation. Assuming we survive that blast, what will remain in the crater is a small egg. Now get comfortable, we're going to have to wait 40 minutes give or take for this egg to hatch. Do you know there's giant gators in Florida? Like actual gargantuan size? It's real, it's not fake. The Dover Demon is one of my favorite things to ever come out of Massachusetts. Somehow that crossed the Pacific and ended up in a pretty good TV show. Just get past that first episode. That first episode's f***ing whack. I might have accidentally advocated for an eldritch creature to get its body back, which I'm putting on my resume. That's an accomplishment. Also, they revamped the entire thing. That too. I bought one of those skinny iPad Pros. Okay, egg's done. So this is our creeper minion. This is ours now. I will never love it, and you will always be a bastard child. But it is kinda cool, I won't lie. There's a little remote you can craft with cobblestone and gunpowder to allow you to see the stats and little things about this guy. But for our purposes, we don't need this. So this is what you gotta do. Get yourself a damage indicator mod because you need to be very specific in how you do this. Much like the pig and spiders, the spider pig will lunge at a creeper minion if it sees it. What we gotta do is sacrifice our creeper minion when the spider pig is below 9 health points. Assuming you did everything right and you have the creeper minion consumed, congratulations, you can now mount the thing and climb up walls and do that charge attack for yourself. This was just supposed to be a joke for April Fools. Why do I actually like this thing? And you know what's funny too? This is 1.7.10, which is gonna be 11 years old this year. Happy birthday, granddad. But since the version is this old, the spider pig is legitimately one of the best ways to get off tall structures. The bow trick doesn't exist yet, and because the spider pig is a spider, it doesn't take fall damage, and that applies to you when you're riding it. Why is there actual utility here when the Enderman looks like a Hindu deity? Am I crazy? Are the Hornets going to the finals this year? This was the last mob added to mutant creatures, and I think that makes it all the more interesting to me. It wouldn't be particularly difficult to make a mutant spider, so I have to appreciate just thinking outside the box. It might be because it's a revival project of an older idea. Maybe I cannot find a single thing that verified this, but even then, it was a deliberate choice to implement it among these creatures. Look at the design of it. Look at how it's not just a pig head slapped onto a spider's body, it's a transition. You can almost see the flesh transform into the spider. Look at the limbs. This isn't a full arachnid, it doesn't have the full 8 limbs. Wouldn't it make more sense for the pig stubs to be in front of the body with the head rather than the back? I don't know, but nature isn't pretty sometimes. Maybe this is what happens when prey becomes predator. A conflict of biology, and how species fight for their survival, desperately reproducing as the world tries to eradicate them. I was good at English in high school, can you tell? Maybe this is what Wilbur got up to after Charlotte died. He just escaped the slaughterhouse, but he wasn't able to escape the lab. Now, I could leave it off here. I should leave it off here. But I found something when doing research for this video that I think the folks of the jury would very much like to see. Let me present you into the way of Yellow Bros Extras. This is very much under the radar, but this needs to be seen. Okay, here's the thing. This is pretty much someone's junk drawer. A bunch of random mobs and ideas. This just exists as a thing. But inside here is the sequel, the second coming of the Mutant Creeper. The Creeper Freaker. I am not making that name up. You ready to see it? 3, 2... I'm gonna pretend and say I ran out of time making this, but also I'm too afraid to film it. Have a good day.